I'm with Mr. Dilip Piramal, Chairman of VIP Industries, VIP Luggage, and he is also the President of the newly formed Sydenham College Alumni Association. I'm Namita Jain, also a fellow Sydenhamite. Thank you so much, Mr. Piramal, for your time and this interaction. I have a question that the Sydenham College is over 100 years old and you have just newly formed the Sydenham College Alumni. Why is that so?
It's a very good question,
Yes.
and even I was wondering why it is so.
Yes.
What I think what has happened is that one is Sydenham College is a commerce college which is a 3-year graduate course.
Right.
And most of our graduates, because ours is one of the topmost commerce colleges in the country,
Correct.
most of our graduates do a lot of postgraduate studies. Like
Right.
half of them are chartered accountants, which is a very difficult course to qualify for.
Right.
And many go into management courses. So then the final alma mater, which is of a more senior level, becomes the alma mater of those students.
Right.
And at the same time, Sydenham College, we have a terrific fraternity.
Right.
And it's because of this WhatsApp and the social media
Yeah.
that at the beginning, a group of the graduates group of students who
Yeah.
graduated in 1970, more than
Yes.
50 years ago,
Yes.
we got together
Yes.
and we formed our class of 1970 group.
Yes.
And then we had a small reunion for our group,
Yes.
and then we expanded it that let us make a alumni association. For whatever reason, there was some alumni associations have been formed, and I am told that there are one or two very smaller associations.
Yes.
But for the reasons I explained earlier,
Right.
a proper association, strong association has not taken place. So we are now making an attempt to regroup,
Yes.
and at the moment we are having our reunion on the 12th of January,
Right.
and that is going to be a major event.
Correct.
And then we have to, this is our first year as an association.
Right.
So we have to decide what we want to do. There are so many things,
Areas.
where
Yes.
we can work upon.
Yes.
And we have to formulate our plans.
Right. Broadly speaking, are there any objectives that you wish to achieve?
Well, the first thing was that when we got to the college, that the physical condition of the college was not very good.
Right.
So that required a little bit, like it had to be repainted, and the garden and all had to be maintained
Right.
well.
Right.
And ours is a government owned college.
Right.
And now we are no longer part of the Bombay University. As you know, that
Yeah.
in most parts of the country,
Right.
the more eminent colleges, more
Right.
prominent colleges are made into independent autonomous universities.
Right.
So we have also become into the Homi Bhabha Autonomous University,
Yes.
which consists of all government owned colleges.
Okay.
So there is a lot of, it is a government institution,
Yes.
and it doesn't have that independence of a privately owned institution.
Right.
So we tried to spruce up the infrastructure of the
Ye-
college. That is a
yes.
very small thing.
Yes.
And the various alternatives are whether we can modernize the courses, the curriculum,
Right.
because we are an independent university, that gives us much more scope to develop
Right.
the curriculum and all
Correct.
that. We are working on that,
Yes.
and we have to really formulate a
Strategy.
policy, what we want to do,
Purpose.
where is it possible
Yes.
to have another college somewhere else,
Right.
let's say
Expand.
50
Correct.
kilometers away from India,
Correct.
from Bombay.
Right.
So there are a lot of possibilities, we have to work on that. Right
Right.
now we are focusing on the reunion.
Yeah. So with the reunion coming up on the 12th of January, it's really a wonderful thing to have all batches coming up under one roof. So what do you think the objective is to get so many batches to interact?
Well, that is also an issue with us. At the
Yes.
moment we are very originally we were very 1970 batch
Yes.
centric.
Yes.
And now we have a few other batches,
Yes.
and some of them are even earlier than ours.
Correct.
And like some very eminent alumni like Deepak Parekh.
Right.
He is probably 1965 batch.
Right.
But what we need is more of the younger batches.
Correct.
And younger means like who are even 20 years who are
Junior.
passed out. No,
Correct.
not 20 years junior,
Yeah.
who are passed out 20 years ago.
Right.
So that will be about nearly 40 or 30 years junior to
Yes,
us.
yes.
And that is taking some time
Right.
because people have got scattered and
Correct.
everyone, as I said, then the postgraduate alumni
Right.
becomes more important. So we are
Right.
working that out. We have to make it a little bit broad based.
Right.
But we are getting good response.
Yes. To many of the Sydenham viewers who are watching this video, is there anything that you would like to convey to them?
Well, at the moment, our first thing is to broad base the association. So I
Right.
would request all Sydenham College graduates to join us.
Yes.
And the best place is to contact the college and then
Yes.
you'll get all the details from there.
Correct. Thank you so much for your time and this interview, Mr. Piramal. Thank you.
Thank you.